let's just start right before we kind of get into it. Give me the kind of, I suppose, I'm intrigued by your business model.
Okay,
Like,
okay.
how does that look? How do you make money, I suppose?
So we started off in lockdown, just selling pizza off our drive. We pretty much didn't know where we were going with it. We knew that events, weddings was going to be where the money is. So we obviously couldn't do them at the time.
Yeah.
So, but now we do lots of weddings. That's our main income at the minute. Weddings, really. We do lots of weddings. We'll sort of arrive in the evening. We do like the evening food, if you get me.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like the night food, we sort of serve around 9 o'clock, something like that. And yeah, weddings we're doing in the height this year. I think we've done about 150 weddings so far.
Wow.
Yeah, we're still going, so it's still busy.
That's like 3 a week.
Yeah, well, it's more than that. It's more the summertime.
Right.
So obviously we've got two trailers on the road at the minute. We had another one, but it's mostly like your weekends, Thursday through till Sunday. So yeah, weddings really, mate. That's our main income.
And what about in terms of markets and stuff? Is that something you've done or
We don't really do that sort of stuff, mate. We've thought about it, but like I say, weddings, it's just where the money is.
Yeah.
As soon as you say the word wedding, everything's pricey, isn't it? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we thought, what a good market to hit. We've made ourselves sort of look good for weddings as well. So yeah, weddings really. That's our main. We'll do little bits of pop-ups and stuff like that, but we concentrate on weddings.
Deadly. So your story is quite a cool story. You were a chef, and then kind of it's on your in anyone that follows your Instagram.
Yeah.
Obviously, COVID happened, then you came back and you decided to give this a go.
Yeah.
What level of did you have any level of, I suppose, business background or entrepreneurship in you?
No, not really at all, mate. Nothing really. Just what I've learned over the years off of the companies that I've worked for. I've worked in some really good places. Like I worked for a mother and son that owned some pubs around where we live when I was younger. And the way they ran the pubs was like they were busy every single day. They knew what they were doing. You could tell it weren't just a pub, it was a business. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They were always busy. I always picked up little tips off people along the way, really, mate. And it's just sort of just happened, really, mate. Honestly, it's crazy how it's happened.
Deadly. And in terms of then, obviously, I'm sure there's been lots of ups and downs and learnings throughout the past couple of years. Is there any kind of standout, I suppose, like standout business kind of skill that you've learned that's kind of served you well?
Consistency.
Right.
Consistency is huge, mate. If you can be consistent and keep the same product the same all the time, and people know exactly what they're getting, that's massive. If you can keep it consistent, that is huge. Also, buying stuff cheap as well. What I've learned along the business way, if you buy cheap, you buy twice.
Right.
So I might try and do something a bit cheaper, and I'll eventually have to do it again. So you might as well just take the hit in the first place, if that makes sense. That's a big lesson along the way.
You mean in terms of like equipment and trailers?
Equipment, anything. Yeah, just anything. Yeah. Anything that you buy cheap, it won't last. You will buy it again. Just take the hit or save up a bit longer and do it properly, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, for sure. I agree completely. I've gotten a bit a few times of that. So you have quite a substantial Instagram following, over 100,000 followers.
Yeah.
For a food truck, like it's very high for I suppose
a little one-man band, really.
Yeah, a one-man band, exactly. What would you put that down to, or what's your thoughts on that?
I'll be honest with you, mate. With the Instagram, as soon as I started posting more about everything around the job instead of my pizza.
Yeah.
That seems to be when it started going crazy. Just posting the trailer. I was posting videos of like my sink in the trailer. People were asking me, "Do you have a sink?" So I did like a video on a sink, and you know what I mean. There's little weird things like that. People want to see everything around the business. It's like I got it from Red Bull. If you go on Red Bull's Instagram, they don't have any pictures of Red Bull.
Yeah,
it's all cool stuff around. You know what I mean? It's all they don't sell you what they sell. People don't want to be seen to be sold. They want to see everything around it. So I think that's a good tip.
Yeah, for sure. Well, where did the Gordon Ramsay thing come up with?
So I was at a wedding. I was at a wedding at a little venue over near Ramsbottom, and this chef come over to us, and I was like, I said to the girl I was working with, I was like, is this guy like taking the piss? So I didn't know what was going on. I was like really confused. And he walked away, and we were like, is he like an agency chef that wants to be like Gordon Ramsay? Anyway, he come back, and one of the clients at the wedding, they said, "Oh, have you seen the Gordon Ramsay impersonator?" So I was like, "Oh my God, let's get him in the trailer now." So I thought that'd be a great little marketing stunt, and it didn't cost me anything. So we got him in. I said, "Can you do a little video?" He was like, "Absolutely fine." Yeah. So yeah, we did that. That must have over 30 million views now. That video, it went crazy.
I've seen that guy around. Does he do that full time or?
Yeah, he's from down south. That's his job. So he's a full time impersonator. So it's crazy.
What a job, huh?
Yeah, I know. Oh, crazy.
Deadly. So certainly here in Ireland, there's an awful lot. There's an awful lot of challenges to hospitality and food businesses. Load of closure. I know in the UK it's also like prevalent, and so you've had a budget out recently, and it didn't really. Right. Didn't seem overly complimentary for food businesses. Yeah. And I know you've had a load of closures and stuff like that. What's your thoughts on that from a guy that's running a business? You can see all the costs.
So I've always wanted to. Everyone always says, "Why don't you get a pub? Why don't you get a restaurant? Why don't you get a bar?" Yeah. But I just feel like what I'm doing right now, I've got no overheads. What's the point in bringing all that stress and the overhead? Do I need that? I think that what I'm doing now, it's a great business model. There's not many overheads. And I think the world's changing. Pubs is a thing of the past now. I think. Yeah. I think that obviously you got all these little like pop-up bars, and you do there's even like brew houses. That seems to be a really big thing now, where all the food trucks will park at brew houses. I think the world's just changing, mate. If I'm being honest with you, I think it's just changing.
Okay, interesting. On that, talk to me a little bit about your bake at home pizza kits.
Yeah.
That's something that I've seen a little bit of. There's a business in Galway, Dobro, is a really good pizza restaurant. Oh. They've actually opened up a factory just doing them corporate stuff. Yeah. But tell me about, I suppose, how that's going for you.
Yeah, so obviously most of our work being at weekends leaves us quite free in the week. So we do a bit of corporate and all that stuff, but I thought, what can we do? And I have seen it before, so I thought, let's just give it a go. So it took quite a bit of time to sort of find the right packaging, find the right labels. I was buying little machines that were rubbish. Like I said before, you buy a little cheap machine and it doesn't work. So I've been trying that. Little vacuum pack machines that they wouldn't fit the size of pizza that I wanted, so I had to then find a bigger one and spend more money. I've just started doing it. I launched it a few weeks ago. We're selling them in the local Texaco garage down the road in Horton, which is where I started the business in Horton. So I thought it'd be a good little spot. They took 80 off me last week, and they sold out in like 4 days. That's 80 packaged pizzas. Wow. And then we're selling in the local butchers, and we've got a few more clients coming on board. And I think it's going to be looking at a warehouse. I think we're going to have to sort of move out our little unit and get somewhere a bit bigger that can cope with it.
Deadly. Is there any other business out there, UK, globally, that you like to look at?
Well, what made me start this was I was at a festival in London called Wilderness. It's in Oxford. Yeah. And there was a little food truck there called Patty and Bun. I don't know if you've heard of them in London. Yeah. So they had a food truck. I'd never heard of them before. It was all like it was maybe 8 years ago that I was at this festival. And they had a really cool food van. They had like DJs set up and just the whole vibe. I just got a really good feeling off it. I thought, being a chef, I don't want to be a chef in restaurants, pubs. I want this. Yeah. I thought I can do this with something. So that sort of vibe just made me think, let's just do it. Let's go for it. I want to create not just a vibe of pizza, but it's something a bit more than just food. You know what I mean? Yeah. I want to start doing events, all that sort of stuff. I want it on like cool locations, and there's so much that I want to do, but it's my mind's just always working, thinking what can we do next. Yeah, but I suppose it's not a bad thing.
Do you really like doing the business? I kind of get it. I get like a passion from it. Like it seems like you
Yeah,
like it.
well, it's not like it's like a journey. I tell people it's like a journey that I'm going on. Like every day, there's something cool that I need to do. Like I can wake up one day with an email off someone saying, "Can you come do this job?" And it's like that'd be cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not just like a food truck. It's building a business, building a brand. It's just such a cool little thing that I'm involved in. I love it. There's so much to do. There's so much going on. There's like it's like just I can do anything I want with it, really.
Yeah. And do you ever get like this is one thing that I find from doing my own business. I can be like full on and I'm like super motivated. It's the best thing in the world. But I go through kind of dips in motivation. Is that?
Oh, of course, mate. Absolutely. Some days I'll just find myself not doing much.
Yeah.
But then the next day I'll wake up and I'll go and get all my shit together. I'll go and clean my car. I'll go and get the whole unit. Yeah, it just happens, doesn't it? Sometimes like that. It's ups and downs of business, and obviously it takes a toll on you because you're always working. Like people think I'm not always working, but I definitely am. My mind's always working, thinking of something. I might have a few days off in the week sometimes, but I'm always thinking, working. There's always something going on.
Yeah. Who do you think does the best pizza? What's the best pizza you've ever had? The UK or
Best pizza I've ever had? I don't know, really. It depends. Obviously, I like my pizza.
Yeah.
I think I've built a good pizza. I do believe that the garlic bread's what we do. I feel like I've never had a garlic bread anywhere in the world like it.
Yeah.
Because I put that much garlic in it, and the flavors are just insane. But there is a few in Manchester, to be fair, that we like to go to. There's like Rudy's is quite good, but I feel like they're quite tight on the topping sometimes.
Have you been to the new pizza place? It's in Manchester. It's kind of like it's gone out of my head now. It's deep dish pizza.
Oh, I think I've heard of it. American Pies.
No, the name's gone out of my head. Anyways, they got.
Ramona.
No, they've only opened a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
Small little unit there in Manchester, and they're doing.
No, but I do need to head over again soon because there is a few new places. There's also have you ever heard of panuzzo's, which are like folded? So it's like a pizza dough.
Yeah.
You put oil in it, and then you'll fold it over, and you make a sandwich out of it. You'll bake it in the oven and make like a sandwich out of the pizza dough. There's a new place opening doing that, so that's maybe a new avenue that I'm going to go down. Maybe parking up in the week, doing them for business parks and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So there's just so much I could do. I could do with like 5 more of me to make it happen. Do you know what I mean? That's the only problem.
Yeah. So right, let's finish up on that one. So Joe, looking forward to the future. Like how big can you grow this, or where can this? What's the kind of the North Star for you?
Mate,
where
honestly,
can
this is a question that's hard to answer. Obviously, we've got 2 trailers at the minute. I've just bought another one which we're converting, so that will be done ready for the summer. We're also going to hopefully get another one towards the back end of next year, so that'll be 4 going around. I want to start taking over different areas in the UK now. We're sort of in the northwest, but we do quite a lot of wedding venues around us, so I want to expand a little bit further out. Also, with the bake at home, I'm thinking we're going to have to get a new unit, and I want to take this a bit bigger. Maybe get into supermarkets, but I wouldn't be bothered if we didn't. I feel like there's enough shops out there, farm shops, all that. I feel like there's enough to be able to not go in supermarkets and keep it quite more. You know, I feel like as soon as you go in supermarkets, you've sort of sold yourself a bit. I feel like if you stay in farm shops and all that, it's a bit more. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're kind of their monkey then, aren't you?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Then you'd be absolutely, it'd be taken over. It'd be a warehouse. I feel like the quality might drop, and you wouldn't be able to keep them handmade and all that sort of stuff. But honestly, mate, I don't know. It's crazy how far it could go. I feel like it's a monster, this business what I've created.
Deadly. Right, let's finish up with this last one, Joe. I appreciate your time. Someone put in a very specific question there. They want to know, do you have any advice for someone that wants to open up a pizza business?
Right. Any advice? I just say just take the leap. Give it a go. If you're confident in your product, take the leap. Give it a go. Even if you have to keep your job, what you're doing, and just start doing pop-ups at weekends or just inviting family, friends, just take the leap. Honestly, it's the best thing I ever did. I did it because I had to do it. I fell into it. I couldn't do anything else. But I think it was all meant to be.
Lovely. Thanks, my man.
No
Joe, appreciate that. You've gotten a lot of love in the comments there from different pizza restaurants. I've never heard about them, but they all seem to like what you're doing, which is is always a good sign, right? When the
That's
the
it.
same business doesn't hate you, it's good.
Yeah, we've got a good community. I work with a company called Gosney.
Yeah.
They're the pizza ovens I use, and the community that they're building is amazing. They've got like a pizza collective, which is like loads of pizzolos from around the world, and it's just mega. Such a good community.
Deadly. Lovely.
All
Joe,
right.
thanks so
Thank
much.
you very much. Thank you for having us.
Thanks, man.
Speak to you soon.
Chat to you soon.
Bye bye,
Bye.
buddy. Bye.